Good morning. Hope everyone had a happy new year. For 2016, I promised myself that I would go through the Course in Miracles workbook lessons every day and make a small recording of my experience through the process. This is the second time that I've done the workbook. The first time I started in 2009 and I finished in September of this year. So it took me 6 years to go through the workbook. Some of the lessons were really challenging my current perceptions and beliefs. And so it would take me weeks or months to go through just one lesson. So this is my attempt to do this whole workbook, one lesson per day for the whole year. And I'm going to share with you what I experienced. So yesterday I did lesson 1, and lesson 1 says that nothing I see in this room or on this street or from this window or in this place means anything. And some of the examples that they give me to apply this idea is this table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This door does not mean anything. This body does not mean anything. This shadow does not mean anything. And so I did my exercise in the morning and then again in the evening. And throughout the day, I did get some triggers. I was introduced to a virtual reality program on the computer. And when I saw it, my boyfriend introduced me to it, and when I saw it, I got very jealous because the women in this virtual reality world were so scantily dressed. And I'm thinking, over the last few years, I've been studying the law of attraction and how the things that we create in our minds are just as real as the things we create in the physical world and this tangible reality that we see and touch and smell and feel. And so I started to panic, and I started to feel very jealous. And I had this feeling of, here's another a whole nother reality to have to deal with, and not just this one, a virtual one where you can be anything, do anything. Well, actually that's not true, but the possibility, that's where its goal is, to be able to be who you want to be, and you can just manifest it on the screen. But anyway, the jealousy issues. So I started applying this idea that nothing in this room means anything. So I started applying it to the jealousy. That body doesn't mean anything. That program doesn't mean anything. This feeling of jealousy doesn't mean anything. And it helped calm me down, and it helped to see the pettiness, I guess, of the feelings. Now, the first time that I did this lesson, I remember panicking when I made the statement that nothing in this room means anything or nothing, because I had given all these physical things so much meaning and so much importance. So the first time that I went through this, the physical had so much meaning. And the second time, and then yesterday when I did the lesson, it was when I was doing it, applying the exercise to the physical things, there was no charge. There was no, I remained calm. It didn't frighten me like it did the first time. But I also started applying it to my emotions and feelings. And so in that way, it's almost like at another level. And it did have some charge, but the effects of the calming effects were just so much better. So that was my experience with day 1. I will do another video. I'm going to do one video every day as I go through the exercises. So if you've ever thought about going through the A Course in Miracles workbook and just haven't done it, or you've like me, you've started it but finished because weird stuff started happening, you started becoming more aware of everything, And I've heard people tell me that weird stuff started happening to them when they started reading this text, or doing the workbook lessons. So I'm going to just document everything that occurs to me. And again, this is my second time around. So I'm going to, if I can remember the effects that a specific lesson had on me from the first time, and then comparing it to how it's affecting me now, if at all. All right, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.